everyone, so welcome to today's video. We are doing a full face of new product. There's very minimal that I have used previously in videos. I'm trying to use these up before using my replacements that you have probably already seen in my haul video that was already posted. But I am so excited to play with new makeup. I'm using a new brand for eyeshadow that I've never tried before, some new products. I'm using a high-end mascara that I have been wanting to try ever since it came out, which is a very recent release from a brand that I do enjoy, and I have been using a lot of drugstore products lately, so this is a good mixture of high and low in today's video, so I hope you will enjoy it. Take out your makeup, let's get ready together, and just keep watching. Okay, so this is the Milani Soft Focus Glow. This is the Complexion Enhancer. I've talked about this before, and I absolutely love this product, and I just use my fingers to massage this in, and it is gloomy, so everything is really dark around me. Today's just not a good day, but today is my filming day. I film on this day every week because I have like homeschooling and all that kind of stuff going on, so I try to create a planner for the week, and this is when I film. So we're gonna have to make it work. Okay, so this is really great. It gives that glow. It's really pretty and effortless. You can use it on its own or underneath like I do for my product, but that is not like a new thing. I did get the Conceal and Perfect foundation stick. I did a first impressions in my previous video, and I may use this today, but I also wanted to try this. This is the tinted moisturizer that I have been wanting to try. It's the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. It's a tinted hydrating gel cream with SPF 30. I have it in the shade Birch 1.5, which is the shade that I have in their stick foundation, which I forgot that I had. It was tucked in the back of the drawer. So I'm going to use this and see what my coverage is like. I'm not sure if I should go in with my fingers. I have my damp beauty sponge on hand, and I also have brushes. So this has a really good rating. Online, I haven't even taken the seal off or anything, and this is all that came out. I think that might be a little much, so I'm going to just kind of dot this around, and you know what, let's use the beauty sponge because that's how I normally apply things. Keep it simple. My hands are clean, by the way. Some people get grossed out by using the fingers for makeup application, but I'm going to kind of keep that there because I don't want to waste it in case I need more. And I'm going to use my damp sponge, and I'm just going to kind of bounce this around. And I do think the color is good. I think this is the right shade in the stick as well. But I think the stick foundation for Bare Minerals is more pigmented than this. This is more of a light, kind of simple, quick and easy routine for like tinted moisturizer or CC creams. Now there are some, like the It Cosmetics one, that has a lot of coverage, and I use that for almost a year straight. It's a very, very good one. But I wanted to try this one instead of going back to that because I didn't have a tinted moisturizer actually in my collection. That is a very light coverage, so if you have imperfections like I do, you may need to come in with some extra concealer or use this as a base to your foundation, just a thin layer. So I might actually do that because I've been wanting to continue testing this out, the stick foundation from Milani. So as I do this, I will talk to you about my first impressions, and it's just a classic like twist up. I'm going to put most of it here, just 2 swipes there, here, and then I'm going to use my sponge to kind of go over where I feel like I need a little bit more. You could do this step if you're going to need extra coverage with a concealer instead. But I did my first impressions on this, and my skin was really, really dry, very flaky, very patchy. So for me, it was something that I needed to work on my skin and skin prep. So I've been using a face oil at night, and I'm using the one from Wander Beauty, and I'll put it in the description box, the one that I'm using. And I feel like that probably has given me a little bit of help in those areas. Concealer, I'm going to use this one. This is the Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I used this in my last video. It is part of like the newer products that I have been using and testing. And it's just a squeeze tube. It comes through the very center of the applicator. I feel like I got too much on this side. So I have some orders coming in. I ordered some stuff from Ulta. I ordered a couple things from Burt's Bees, like a few makeup products, but mostly stuff for my daughter, like their baby stuff. I'm gonna use my sponge to blend this out. Ordered Flower Beauty. I wanted to try a few more things from the brand. So as those things come in, you'll see those in the video. So I'm gonna add some eyeshadow primer so that I can set my under eye and also set my primer. This is the Milani, the eyeshadow primer. And I like to use my beauty sponge to help blend, especially like right in this inner corner where it's kind of hard to reach. Setting powder, this is the Milani Prep Set and Glow powder that I've talked about before. I'm going to just use my beauty sponge and pick some up before the concealer creases and set that, and then set my lids as well. And then I'm also going to take some of that same setting powder and just go over some areas that I added a little extra so it doesn't move too much. Alright, so everything has been set, so now I need to go in with a little bit of bronzer, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. This is the mini size. She came out with two sizes, this small one and the larger full size, and I think that one can be purchased on its own, and then a set where it's the large full size and the brush. This is the mini that you can get on her website and also through Sephora, and I want to say it's $29. It is small. It's kind of very close to a credit card size to give you some sort of reference. So this is what it looks like. It is very small, but I'm going to go in with the bronze shade and then also use it for the highlight as well. I'm going to use a big fluffy brush. And here comes the sun washing me out. Thank you. I have the Charlotte Tilbury like Instant Face in a palette, and I've used that for so long. I think mine is like 2 years old, and I absolutely love it. And I think it's a really good all-in-one deal where you can get a couple of different formulations in her brand and try it out, but it is expensive. I think it's $75, and I think the bronzer in that is the same thing as the Filmstar Bronze and Glow, but this is cute. She's cute and small for the, you know, you travel or something for the holidays or whenever we go back to some sort of normalcy. Something like this I think is a good size for travel purposes. Alright, then I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into the highlight here, and I'm going to just highlight my face. Ooh, yes. I need to do brows as well. And this is a beautiful highlighter. I really like this a lot. I think I have too much on, but what's new, right? So I'm going to move on to brows because I'm looking a little cray-cray without brows on. And I'm just going to use my e.l.f. $2 brow pencil. I do have a new one. I ordered the neutral brown, but I'm trying to finish up this one. This is the dark brown. And you've seen me do my brows. I will save you 30 minutes and do these off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I have to do a little bit of blush. I want to add a little bit of color to my skin. I didn't get my blush from Burt's Bees in time, and then I ordered like a palette thing from Ulta. That is still in transit as we speak, so I think I'm going to use the Milani cream one that I used in my last video. I have learned that these are extremely pigmented. I learned the hard way. These are the Cheek Kiss cream blushes, and I have the shade called Nude Kiss. And it looks like that. It's your standard cream style blush, and there is no shimmer. And it was a really nice formula. I just put too much on, so we're gonna tread softly and not apply so much. And I'm also gonna use a fluffy brush. I used a really dense brush from Equal Tools, and that just was not it. So I'm gonna use the ColourPop F29, and I'm just gonna bounce it back and forth and just kind of do one of these numbers, like stipple on where I want the product on. And then I'm going to wipe my brush off on a paper towel and then go back in with no extra product and blend this out. The Lawless palette, this is the Baby, the one. This one, I think she said she was inspired, or her daughter inspired her. She recently had a baby a few months back, so I thought this would be kind of cute. I like the small size, and I will hold it upside down to show you what it looks like. It's your berry tones. You have some like everyday kind of colors, but then you have some warm pinky kind of mauve shades. This one is coming off really orange on camera. I'm looking at my viewfinder, but in person it's a little bit more muted, so it's not as intense. And then you have these darker shades, and then you have two shimmers. It's called Honey Child. I'm reading it backwards. So the whole thing with the Lawless brand, as I apply it, I'm going to show you what the color looks like. I'm going to start with this shade here, and I'm using a ColourPop E23 brush. So the whole thing with this brand is that they are a clean formula. They use clean ingredients. This formula here for eyeshadow, it is talc free. So if you're interested in that, check them out. It seems like a very, very soft formula. I don't want to tip it over because I feel like I'm going to make a mess. But I'm going to start by packing on this color right here on the outer part of my eye. And I'm just kind of patting. Mostly for like a placement perspective. I feel I have too much brow gel. I'm going to pick up a little bit more. And I'm going to start on the outer part of the eye. I'm not quite sure how rosy I'm going to go today. I kind of want to do it. I don't know. We'll have to see. But going back to the formula, it's clean makeup. It's under the clean section of Sephora. Okay, so I have that placed, not very well blended, so don't come for me yet. I still have to kind of work at it. So I'm going to place this. I'm going to try to do it a little bit differently this time with my eyeshadows. Placing it on the outer part, and then I'm going to come in with a fluffy brush and then kind of work it into the crease. But I basically just did the outer, almost half. So I'm going to take the ColourPop E22 brush, which is a crease style brush, and I'm going to work that back and forth with nothing on it. It is dirty, so it's not extra product or eyeshadow. It's just whatever was left from the previous day that I did my makeup. And I'm going to just work that back and forth into my crease to start blending out those lines. And it is blending out quite nicely. And honestly, you could just do that a little bit in the inner corner and put on liner, mascara, and be done. Because it has that beautiful kind of warmth to it. It's not super dark. It's not overpowering. And it blended out quite nicely. And I like colors like this. But I'm going to go in with the E28, same color. And I'm going to put this on my lower lash line and meet up right at the outer corner. So I'm going to switch to a more flat style brush to add a little bit more depth. I'm going to go in with the E25. It's just a basic shadow brush. So disgusting. It's dirty. I'm going to flip it to the side and use the side that looks the cleanest. And I think I'm going to go in, let's do this one here. And I think I'm going to just put that right here. Why not? Right over mostly that light color that I had put on first. Again, just kind of working on placement wise. And I'm keeping this really close to the lid area, not bringing it too far into the crease. Go back in with my crease brush and work that back and forth. And I may even pick up some more of that lighter tan that I used in the beginning, which I am. And then I'm going to just lightly kind of feather that up towards my brow bone, but not too high. The inner corner and lid, you have these two shades. I think I'm going to use this one here for my inner corner highlight, but this one is calling my name, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a smaller brush, the E26 from ColourPop, and pick up that color that looks really intense. Very soft. I can see the marks in the pan from my brush. I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but very, very soft. It might be one that needs to be worked with damp or with your finger, but we'll see. And I'm just patting because I really don't want a ton of fallout. I'm not quite sure what to expect fallout-wise with this brand. And I do think that maybe using it damp is probably best because all I'm getting right now is a little bit of like a goldeny kind of amber toned sparkle. I'm going to use the Lila B Aglow Face Mist, and then I'm going to spray my brush. Oh yeah, much better. Much, much better. And this is going to go pretty much on this inner half. And by dampening the brush, you minimize the fallout as well. I think it definitely is much better pigmentation wise, and the look of it is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Yes. I like it. I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow brush and pick up that plummy mauve brown shade. Tapping off the excess, and I'm going to add some more because I feel like it kind of dulled a little bit here. And I'm just going to kind of build this up a little bit more. Then I'm going to go back in with my crease brush. I haven't added any additional product, and I'm going to start working the edges of that color because I want to make sure everything is blended really well. Let's go for this purple here. Haven't done purples in a while. Ooh, that's nice. Very pretty. I'm going to take this light shade here and use that as my inner corner highlight. Whoa, I was not expecting that, and I'm using my brush dry. Holy moly. Okay. Well, she's bright. Can you see me? You know what? It's all good. We're going to go with it because more is more when it comes to highlight, right? And then to add a little bit of depth to the lower lash line, I want some darkness. I'm going to use this dark brown here. And I think I'm actually going to take a little bit of that on my upper lash line as well, just to create a little bit of depth, because I'm already here doing it on the lower lash line, so I might as well add a little bit more. You may not see it a whole lot because it does have, well, it's more of like a chocolatey brown, but there is a lot of kick up from these eyeshadows, so I'm just kind of warning you, they're really, really soft, and I think that's why. Alright, so I have to tight line and do eyeliner. I'm going to use my gel liner for tight lining from Maybelline. As you guys know, I like using that because it's rich and it makes my lash line look really thick and dark. And I think I'm going to attempt to do a liquid liner. I haven't done liquid liner in a while, and I'm going to use the Milani, the Tank Eyeliner, which was labeled as new on their website, and it's a whole mechanism built into how they created this on the inside, so that there is a consistent flow of the ink coming out of the tip of it, which it is a felt tip, by the way. And I have not done liquid liner in some time, so might be a little rusty. And I'm doing a thin line of this liquid liner because it is incredibly pigmented. It is very rich, very dark, and as you apply, there is a smooth kind of flow to the ink. It doesn't skip or drag, and I'm treading softly because, like I said, I'm a little rusty with my liquid liner skills. Alright, so to finish the look, I'm going to do mascara. I've got a new one, the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push Up Lash Mascara, and I'm excited to try this. It was a set. It came with an eyeliner, and I want to say this was 30 bucks. It's very hefty, very weighted, beautiful packaging, soft pink, gold, very Charlotte Tilbury. And of course, Pillow Talk. She has gone in every direction with the Pillow Talk. So here is the wand. All right, so that is one coat. Let me go ahead and use whatever's left and see if I can rebuild. So I have to keep using it, but I don't feel like it completely wowed me and just was like, oh my god, you have to stop this video, order, and come back and finish. But again, it's the first time using it. It might be one of those that gets better with the more it's open and the more it's used, so we'll see. The sun is playing hide and seek with me today, so again, lighting changes. So moving on to lips, the final step. I got a few Milani products in the mail with my order, and I haven't even taken off the seal off of any of these. So I did order a lip liner. This is the Color Statement lip liner in the shade 03 Nude. So I'm going to try that. And I picked up another one of the Keep It Full glosses. You guys know how much I love that. And this one is in the shade called Soft Rose. So the lip liner is one of those that you need to sharpen. It's a wooden pencil liner, and I'm going to line. Actually, that went on quite nicely. Nice and creamy. Very pigmented. I'm looking at the viewfinder and I'm like, oh my goodness. Now they have that peppermint smell that I love. Whoa, that is pigmented. It's a little bit more brown than I thought, right? When you look at Soft Rose, I thought it was going to be more pink. Okay. All right, so that's the look completed. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. I had so much fun playing with new makeup. I used pretty much everything new except for the brows and my tight lining gel liner, but everything else was new. The eyeshadows seem to be working quite nicely from the Lawless, the Baby the One, which has those kind of berry plummy tones, which is different. I have been doing a lot of neutrals using my Natasha Denona palette, which I absolutely have been loving every single look that I've created, but I wanted something a little different, and so I figured why not try this palette out. And I like the plummy purpley tones with the warm tan and then that kind of amber bronzy color. You guys know I love bronze eyeshadow, but this is more of like an amber type of tone to it, a little bit kind of coppery undertone. So beautiful, very fall-like. I do think the formula is quite nice, and I like the fact that they have a clean formula. They're very aware of ingredients and what's good and what should be in your product and what shouldn't be. So I do appreciate that, and I kind of am curious about some of the other products, so maybe in the future I might try from more products from this brand. If you have tried more Lawless products, please let me know in the comment section what your experience has been. I love hearing from you guys, and you guys have been so great with feedback, with commenting on the videos, with sharing favorites, recommendations, and I hear ya, and I read all the comments and respond. So if you have any recommendations, if you have any experience with any of these products from today's video, please let me know how they've been working for you, because I'm kind of curious to see. And I will definitely keep you guys posted on these products the more I use them, but a lot of them have been really great so far right off the bat. And I'm really glad, because sometimes you just don't know when you try a brand for the first time or a product for the first time if it's going to turn out good or not. So I'm glad that so far everything has been working quite nicely. So thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Everything will be listed in the description box that I used from start to finish in case you wanted to try something on your next shopping trip or the next online order that you place. I hope that this list is helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos in the future. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for taking the time to be part of my YouTube family. It means the world to me that you are here. Take care, and I will catch you in my next video.